Today's trail brings us to the Greek theater at Segesta. The ancient Greeks were famous for many things, one of which were their plays and their theatrical performances. Sometimes these plays were performed in private homes or in public squares, but the Greeks also built specialized theaters just for the purpose of showing plays to the public, like this one here that you see behind me in Segesta in Sicily. Once the Romans conquered the Greeks, then they incorporated many aspects of their culture into the Roman culture, one of which was Greek theater. The New Testament took place during the Roman Empire. So this meant that Jesus and the disciples in the early church were surrounded by the Greco-Roman world and Greco-Roman culture. And this included some aspects of Greek theater. Sometimes in the writings of Paul and even in the words of Jesus, they used terms that were associated with Greek theater. One such term is the word hypocrite. The term comes from the Greek term which means to act or to recite from underneath. Because in Greek theater, the actors would use exaggerated masks and costumes in order to convince the audience that they were someone or something else, another character that they weren't, and then they would say their lines from underneath all of their costume. Another term that Paul uses several times that has been translated into English as imitators is the word that we get the word mime from. A mime was an actor who used their actions to tell a story rather than their words. In Paul's letters to the Ephesians, he encourages the church with these words. Ephesians 4:32 and 5:1 and 2. Be kind to one another, tender-hearted, forgiving one another, as God in Christ forgave you. Therefore, be imitators of God as beloved children, and walk in love as Christ loved us and gave himself up for us, a fragrant offering and sacrifice to God. So that's our truth for today. Paul tells us to mime or to imitate God's love for us and show that love towards others. Until next time, I'll see you on the next trail.